Hey y'all, today we're going to talk about vitamin B after bariatric surgery. So as you guys might know, vitamin B is one of the biggest deficiencies that you have to look out for after bariatric surgery, especially if you had gastric bypass. It's a lot more common in bypass patients than for lap band or sleeve or any other procedure. So we're going to talk through it today and hopefully give you some ideas to make sure that you're getting enough vitamin B in your diet. Vitamin B12 can be found in things like chicken and beef and eggs and fish and different foods like that. So it's really important that at every single meal, you make sure you have something with vitamin B12. I have really tried to make this a habit from the start of my journey to look at my plate and make sure that I can see something very strong in vitamin D and something very strong in vitamin B. And sometimes that's hard, but I try to always keep that balanced diet so I can make sure that I'm getting at least those two vitamins in at all times. Because those are the strongest deficiencies that we have as bariatric patients. So sometimes if I'm like just totally over eggs and meat, what I like to do is get nutritional yeast. That's like been one of my favorite things ever since I was a kid. I used to have this friend and she would put nutritional yeast on popcorn and they would treat it kind of like Parmesan cheese. So I love doing that now. And you have to be careful because popcorn can be sometimes a slider food and you have to be careful you're not eating too much. But it's a really nice snack to just have a little serving of popcorn with that nutritional yeast on it to give you that vitamin B12. So check it out if you haven't ever tried it before. You can probably find it at some of the nutritional stores and things like that, or Amazon. But I love doing that, and it's just like a quick boost of getting some really good vitamin B. Eggs are one of the best foods that you can eat as a bariatric patient. So if you're not into eggs, try to get into eggs. But that's something I have every single morning. I have an egg every day. If it's a scrambled egg or if it's an egg white on like a little, one of those Evol sandwiches that I like, whatever it is, I make sure I have an egg. So try to get into eggs. If you're allergic to eggs, then okay, but eggs are really, really good for you after bariatric surgery because they've got so many incredible things like protein and vitamin B, and just, it's so good to have. Cottage cheese is a really, really great food to have after bariatric surgery, especially if you're still in that puree stage. This is a really good kind of transition food to get you start having those thicker consistencies. So check out cottage cheese because it's awesome to use that to get your vitamin B in. Things like steak are really good to get vitamin B in. You have to be careful after bariatric surgery just to make sure you're really chewing up those bites really well because it's a really strong meat to chew, and you need to make sure you're really taking those slow bites and swallowing little pieces so you don't feel full too quickly and so it doesn't get stuck in a way. Now, if you're a big fish person, foods like salmon are really, really great. Salmon's probably my favorite fish of all time. I used to hate fish, but now I've learned that it's just, there's so many benefits to eating seafood. So check out salmon and different types of fish like that to help you get your vitamin B in. Sardines are also very good with vitamin B. I'm gonna pass on that, but if you like sardines, it's good to know that you can use those to help you get your vitamin B in. Milk is also a great one. Milk is something that I have drank from the very start of my journey when I was able to introduce that back in. Always make sure that you're drinking milk. Don't go too crazy because the calories can kind of catch up with you, but milk is awesome. It's a great thing to help you get your protein in, to help you get vitamin D, vitamin B. I mean, so many great things with milk. So make sure you're drinking your milk, and if you're getting kind of tired of the flavor, one thing I used to always do was use sugar-free syrup just to kind of change up the flavor a little bit. They've got it in like chocolate and strawberry, and it made me so happy, especially in those early days where I just couldn't eat much. Strawberry milk was like my go-to thing. Always make sure that you're taking a vitamin B supplement. This is one of the most critical things that you can do after bariatric surgery. So however you need to do to memorize it, to remember to take it, do it. For me, I keep my vitamins right by my makeup remover at night. And so that way I look at it and I'm taking off my makeup and kind of getting ready for bed, and I instantly remember to take my vitamins. So it works for me to do it at night. I'm too much of in a hurry in the morning to remember to take my vitamins. But find something that works for you. Find something that'll remind you every single day to take those vitamins. Another thing I'd recommend that you do is create like a spreadsheet or some kind of like checklist and have it like on like your mirror or something, and just put it up there every day and have it where you can like erase it every day, like maybe use a dry erase marker and check it off if you feel like you've had enough food strong in that vitamin. That is something that I did kind of in the beginning stages, where I would kind of keep track of what vitamins I was eating and just making sure I was getting everything I needed, because I know it's overwhelming. It's a lot to remember. We're stressing it all the time, you know, don't get deficient in this, don't get deficient in this. But at the end of the day, it's like, oh God, did I eat enough? Did I drink enough? Like it's overwhelming. So try doing something like that, some sort of checklist that's easy for you to do. It's not going to take a lot of time, but it'll just be like a way for you to reflect at the end of the day, to think, okay, could I have consumed more vitamin B12 today? And all right, if I needed more, what can I do differently tomorrow? And that way it's setting you up for success for the next day, and you're always thinking about how you can be better. There's going to be some days where you're just not eating the right amount, and that's okay, but it's really important that you acknowledge it and you do something about it. This is so important for you to get right from the beginning. So take it seriously, keep track of what you're eating, make a food journal, and reflect. And if you're doing something that is preventing you from getting that proper amount of vitamin in, change it and make sure you're getting it in. So I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite food that is rich in vitamin B12? I want to hear your comments down below. For me personally, it's probably, I would probably say steak. I love steak. But I love eggs. I try to eat eggs every single day. And honestly, I'm a big meat lover, so give me all the vitamin B. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. What are your favorite foods, and what are some ways that you keep up with how many vitamins you're consuming every day and making sure that you're actually taking your supplements? What do you do to help you stay accountable for yourself? Leave it down below in the comments, and let's help each other get this right. It is so important that we live this healthy lifestyle. So let's learn from one another and hear what has worked for each of us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.